communicate with the future.
Time travel.
No. Inversion.
Aim it and pull the trigger. You're not shooting the bullet, you're catching it.
Whoa. Well, I've seen too much.
Well, we'll try and keep up.
This is it. We have come on a long journey.
Or have we started?
Damn it, Shakis, I was doing a thing. And it seems we have come back to the start. What a perfect way to end Christopher Nolan month. I almost said Tenet month. What a perfect way to end Christopher Nolan month than with Shakis interrupting me in my bit. That's how we started. That's how this whole thing started. It was Shakis, I almost said Chris, interrupted me with this bit. Yes, people, we are, is me, Trae Price, and of course, Shakis Moore. Say hello, since you can't shut the fuck up.
What up, people?
And we're talking about Christopher Nolan's latest film, the one that he deemed so important that you need to go see it in theaters during a pandemic, Tenet. Last time I went on Tenet. I mean, you remember when I said Inception is Christopher Nolan's most Christopher Nolan film? Mm-hmm. You remember when I said that? Those were my words that came right out my mouth.
Yeah, that was just a couple episodes ago.
Allow me to invert that.
How very Nolan of you.
This is Christopher Nolan film.
Yeah.
This is Christopher Nolan's most Christopher Nolan film, because I forgot about the one thing that Christopher Nolan has developed over his years. We saw it in Batman, and now we see it here. A bunch of goddamn nonsense jargon that don't make no damn sense. You either live long enough to see yourself become the hero, or you die the villain. You're the hero that Gotham needs, not the one that it wants right now. None of that makes any sense in the grand scheme of things. And now we have Tenet, where half of the explanation for this movie makes no sense whatsoever. I actually stopped the movie mid-movie to just say, like, it hit me so hard how little sense it made. These bullets are reversing the entropy of the world. You're not tossing the bullet, you're catching it. But you have to have tried to toss it in order to catch it.
Instinct.
It just says instinct.
They just say words and it's just like, yeah, that makes sense, right? No, it does fucking not, bruh. This shit does not make the explanations make no sense, but it's cool as hell.
And that is the thing about this movie. This movie is cool as shit. This movie is sleek, stylish. It is like a weird time James Bond film, and I feel like that is exactly what they were going for. This weird time James Bond film aesthetic, and it worked. I don't know. For me, it worked.
It works, but I ain't gonna pretend I understand this movie. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I ain't gonna pretend like I understand everything that I ain't even understand half the movie until 3/4 of the movie was over.
Okay, so there are parts where I got the movie, and there are parts where the movie just fucking lost me. Yeah. It's like the beginning part when they're in the Oslo Theater or the opera. I thought that was John David Washington. I now believe that that's Neil because of the backpack.
We might have to go check for that.
Yeah.
This is also the thing about a Nolan film is that there's there aren't Easter eggs from other things. There's Easter eggs from the movie itself. Like the Easter eggs are the movie. So like they give you some, but there's some that you might have missed. There's some that you definitely missed.
There's
like
no
you
might
have to go back and see it again. So like we have to look for the fucking backpack now and see if it was him, because it was like they didn't show him going back there, but it very well could have been him,
right,
from the future.
So like
at the end, they're like inverting and not inverting at the same time.
Because it's kind of like, I don't know if you're not big into Doctor Who, right?
No, I've not seen a single episode.
There is in the like the not the last arc, but like I think a couple of arcs ago, I think the 11th, and during the 11th Doctor Matt Smith era, they throw in a character that was introduced in the 10th Doctor's era named Dr. River Song. She was a character who was always going in that would meet the Doctor at different points in time. So she would meet the Doctor forward through her timeline, and he would meet her, or no, shit, yeah, and he would meet hers backwards through his timeline. So like their first meeting, his first meeting for her is her last meeting for him, is where she dies.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then you see her later, but it's younger her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like every time he meets her, it's a different timeline from her point, or it's a different timeline from both of their points of view. They never meet the same timeline version. So they even keep like little notes of like stuff that happened in each other's timeline. Say, has this happened? Oh no, this hasn't happened yet. Okay, stuff like that. That's kind of like what I imagine is happening here with what is his name? He's just the protagonist. He's just the fucking protagonist. I didn't realize he didn't even have a name.
He kept saying, I'm the protagonist. We don't know anything about this guy.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize that he never said a name. I don't think I cared. He was John David Washington to me the whole film.
Quite honestly, yeah. I was just like, John's going crazy in there next to fucking Robert. Next to Neil, because Neil actually had
a name. So I feel like Neil, that's how I feel like was going on with these two characters, that we're meeting them through different points of each of their time. Like he's going backwards and Neil's going backwards, and John David Washington is going forwards, or excuse me, the protagonist is going forward. So we meet Neil, I guess, in the beginning where he kind of incites the incident where we see. I gotta watch that opening again.
Yeah, we gotta rewatch the opening.
I gotta rewatch that opening again because I don't know, because somebody has their piece of the algorithm in the beginning. That's the whole thing that they're trying to get or whatever. And dude shows up out of nowhere, but it looks like John David Washington's suit that he wears later when they're fighting in the airport. So I'm kind of mad confused still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, bruh, like I still don't understand so the rule, you're inverted, you have to wear a mask. Haha. Because you can't, because pandemic.
Okay, all right. I don't know if that was outright.
No, probably not. But you have to wear a mask because you can't breathe air because your molecules are inverted. Right. Nolan.
Your inverted molecules can't take in air.
Doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any fucking sense, dude.
Okay.
But
doesn't it though?
No, it doesn't. You're just flowing backwards. Oh, wait, no, because you're always breathing out. But that explanation doesn't make sense. They would say, well, you're always exhaling air and like inhaling.
See, you're trying to say it and it sounds stupid, so that way it works.
It sounds
saying sciencey.
It sounds stupid either way. I'm going to clear that up right now. It sounds. I'm going to tell you what, Shakis. It does, but it sounds smarter when they say it. Yeah, it's because he had time to write it down.
Exactly.
But so there's like inverted time where you flow inverted, but everything else flows regular. That shit doesn't make sense. The only time it makes sense is when John David Washington does it the first time, and the car he is the car wreck that happened earlier. That's the only time it fucking makes sense, because we
have found a film that has broken Shakis. This is the movie.
I'm so confused. Like, I understand the flow of events, but then they start doing things where this is a movie where this is definitely the most Nolan movie. It really is. Because we got Memento where the movie starts at the end and goes to the beginning, but you see the end at the beginning and then you just get to that point. Then you have fucking Inception, where you do sort of that again, where you have the ending at the beginning, and then you start at the beginning and get to the end. Interstellar, pretty much kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
as
starts
Inception.
at the beginning or
except the character is now leading the events from the end to make sure the beginning happens.
Yeah, right.
Here, we go another step where we're doing both. We're flowing forward and back at the same time in the same movie, and I figured it was bound to happen, but I didn't know what it would look like.
Nolan has gone crazy,
or has
he's dragging us with him. Yeah,
because I really enjoyed this movie. As dumb as the future time broker is,
that really hurt you. You
it doesn't make it just it's so stupid. It's stupid. They have a guy feeding them information from the future, but can the information from the future get to the past, or past get to the like? Huh? Of course it is. It's niggas from the past. This shit just gets stupid, dumb, but it's cool. But I have one question before you go into that thought there. Did you see any bad guys at the end when they were storming the beaches?
No, man. There's just a lot of
like
shit going on.
Explosions and buildings.
Nah,
and one dude got reversed into a building
that was
and
cool.
like became the building.
When they shot they both shot and unshot the building at the same time.
I didn't understand that, but it was cool looking. I'm like, why just let us do you have to cause the explosion on one side and then uncause them?
Yeah, because remember, one team is going forwards and one team is going backwards.
Yeah, that was stupid to me the entire time. I was very confused.
The temporal picture.
The whole operation was a temporal picture.
Exactly.
From the beginning of the movie. I just didn't get it. I still don't. I gotta watch this again, but I'm gonna enjoy watching it again.
I mean, I think it would be like a really fun thing to watch again. You know what I mean? Like where other movies is like, all right, you watch it again, but you know everything that's happening. This would be like watching it the first time again. Like because the first time
watch is gonna do this. Oh wait, no, fuck.
Right?
He's undoing it. Like it's just stupid. But I enjoy it.
Honestly, I honestly don't know how to truly talk about this movie, because in some ways it does come off as silly, and that's literally because they throw so much at you.
Yeah,
and I feel like they have to do that just because we explain the rules. Now, because you don't get it,
you on for a ride.
Look, just turn your brain. They literally just said, just look.
Don't think
this shit is crazy, okay? But you gonna have fun. Just do that. Just have fun. We just want to play with some time shit. That's all. We want to play with the reverse tool in Premiere. That's all we want to do. That's all. Like, what's your problem here? And I just, at a certain point, I was like, nah, go ahead and do it.
Exactly.
Like, honestly, everybody's acting here was on point enough that I was like, I was never taken out of the film because of it.
Not even.
It is amazing how much John David Washington sounds like his daddy. It is amazing how much, like, there are times when he just like, I'm just like, what the fuck did Denzel come out of nowhere? You know what I mean? Like, he is not a new person. He is his daddy reborn. I'm sorry.
He got his own little spin to the Denzel though.
I don't think he does. There are those moments when I'm just like, no, that was Denzel Washington delivering that line right there.
Yeah.
Like, Denzel, hang up your cap. You good? You good? You can retire now.
Nah.
You can. He can.
Nah.
David is out here doing it. Make Man on Fire 2. Fuck Tenet. Make Man on Fire 2. Please. Make the Man on Fire prequel that I've been wanting for my whole life. That's all I want. Anyway, back to Tenet.
Make a sequel to the noir film. The noir film.
Oh, Fallen.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the fucking name for the life.
I was like, the noir. You go with them titles again.
Nigga, I did not call it the noir film. You knew what I was gonna. I knew you would get it.
No, until you said time.
That's where I was going.
I was
next.
like, noir.
Regardless
what
of what
noir
you said,
film?
regardless of what was happening, I knew you were coming back to it.
No, you had to send me there.
I know, and I did from the past.
I did.
Or the future.
Right? You tried to imitate Nolan. You're not ready yet.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to tie up loose ends.
Okay, whoa, don't tie up them loose ends. I saw what happened when you tie up loose ends. No, man, and Robert Pattinson in here. I love Robert Pattinson in here, man. Dude is charming.
I need to see that Batman
For real.
I need to see that. Y'all need to quit get on his case about that Twilight.
You know, this is the movie he was sneaking out of to audition for Batman. Yeah. Imagine sneaking out of a Christopher Nolan movie to go audition for the new Batman. You left the one Batman director to try to go into the new Batman director. That's crazy.
Yeah, I like it though.
And Nolan was like, "Man, get that bag, bro." Like,
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know what to say about this movie, people. Was it worth the people going into theaters to see this?
Yeah, I knew you would ask me that. No, your health is better for yourself, but I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
I would have preferred to see this in the theater.
Yeah.
A theater experience of this movie would have been probably more confusing, but it would have been fucking level.
Yeah.
Mix your fucking movies.
Yeah, having to adjust the levels going through it, yeah, it does affect my enjoyment out of it, because I'll be like, oh no, it's about to be an action scene. Let me make sure it's not too loud. Especially the explosions that just be coming out of nowhere in this movie.
And the unexplosions that make louder sounds than the explosions.
Well, that's what happens when you get a pocket. You revert. Yeah.
Like, goddamn. Next time a house, so that we ain't got to worry about the levels.
Yeah.
Next time.
Next time a house.
Next
yeah.
time.
Because we'll be so lucky to just be like, yeah, well, let's rent a house.
Next time.
Okay. No, I'm gonna give this an A. I can't give it anything lower than that, because I enjoyed this so much. 2, there was no bad performances. The music was on point. The action is on point. The story is confusing as hell, but I feel like that was literally the point.
It's a Nolan film.
I can't give this anything lower than an A. I can't, once again, I can't tell this man Nolan anything. I can't say nothing to this man. He got it. He did the shit. He keeps on topping himself. I ain't never seen nobody do that. Everybody else staying the same and just living in their level playing field. This man just be like, nah, I'm gonna take my one thing that I love doing, and I am going to move it forward. I'm going to invert it, and I am going to flip it all around and make y'all watch me do it. What can I say? What can I say to that?
Flip it and reverse it.
And we're back to the beginning. Like a goddamn Nolan film.
It's definitely probably one of the most interesting styles of storytelling that I've seen of late. Like, I probably have said this on every single one of the movies we've done, but I really like this style of storytelling. I really like narration type storytelling, and I like things that are told out of time, but also kind of make sense. Granted, none of these Nolan movies make sense. But it's so different than pretty much anything else that we're getting from anyone else. Like, there's no one who tells a story like Christopher Nolan does, at least not that I've seen. And I can't give it anything less than an A either. I want to know who was on the music on this.
Hans Zimmer.
Of course. Okay, I figured.
Like,
I figured. I just wanted to know for sure. I just want to know for sure.
I was here. Vamp for me real quick.
But regardless.
No, yeah, it's Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, I figured. I figured.
I don't know who made that song. It's time in one no Tenet.
I can't.
Travis Scott.
Scott be hidden. I can't give this movie anything less than an A. And he knows how to direct his people. He knows how to tell the story that he wants to tell. And he writes it too. He wrote this one by himself, according to the credits at least. I wonder if he got the what does Sid Lumet call it? The
Final Cut.
Final Cut. Then they gotta have Final Cut by now, bro.
I wonder.
Like
Hollywood's changed.
I mean, yeah.
So the prerequisite for getting Final Cut might have gotten harder. But I mean, for somebody like Christopher Nolan that just be putting out like bangers like this,
I don't think he'd have missed.
Yeah, I don't think so. In my opinion, there are people that are probably like, whatever. Christopher Nolan, he's up his own ass. He's all the haters and the detractors who see his popularity and want to just like and want to shit on it will probably be like, yes, his movies are. Interstellar. Oh, that was so cheesy. It's so cliche and ending. Inception, overhyped. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
I mean, I thought that at one point too, but I ain't seen it yet. I was like, man, everybody talk about Inception. Shut the fuck up about Inception. I ain't seen it yet.
Now you sitting there going to sleep.
Now I'm sitting here like, man, when was the last time I dreamed? Am I in a dream? But I would probably have to give this either an A+ minimum for me, but it could turn into an S on the rewatch.
Man, the only reason I give it straight just an A is because I'm not letting that shit go at the beginning when he just gonna try to pass off all this gobbledygook in my goddamn face. How dare he?
Hey, look, all I'm trying to say is they told you. She said, hey, stop thinking so hard.
I know she did.
And then they kept saying it. They kept saying, hey, I'm going to go ahead and airlift you off this fucking boat if you don't learn how to think about time differently than you do now.
You gotta stop thinking linearly. And I was like, every time they talked about that, they were looking at the audience.
They
like,
really were.
You gotta stop thinking about this movie like other movies.
They were literally like, hey, I know you're confused. And it's because you're thinking wrong. Look at time differently.
Damn it,
Look
Nolan.
at time. This is Nolan. You know how people say Simpsons predicts everything that happens? This is Nolan letting us know that we're about to get the motherfucking, what do they call it? The fucking reverse time shits that they were going into to become inverted. We're going to get those damn cylinders. And instead of inverting time, they're going to let niggas go back. That's what's gonna happen. That's how the Simpsons get made. That's how it lasts for 30 damn seasons. That's how it happens.
Yeah, I have no idea. No idea what those things are called. Watch this whole last movie. They said it like 7 times. I can't remember what the fuck it's called.
They really did. It's not plutonium, I'll tell you that.
You're looking at the word. It ain't that one.
I'm literally just scanning for
I can't
I'm scanning for a word.
And the blue
that
ones are
sense.
all like confusing. It's like shit. I keep looking at these blue words.
Shit, entropy. What the fuck is that? Science. Like what the hell is? But yeah, see, the explanation doesn't make sense, but it's not supposed to.
Turnstile.
That's
Turnstile.
stupid.
But it
just so stupid.
Oh my god! You know what a turnstile is?
Is it what, wait, no.
It's like those doors in department stores where you go around the thing, or like the things at like subway stations and you go around the fucking thing to go through.
It just goes.
And you gotta scan your card to make sure you go through.
Circles.
And it goes it's that fucking turnstile. Yeah, that thing. He made those things into a movie plot time travel device.
The place you go in is the place you leave. It's creative.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Dude is out here making creative ass films. Nobody has done, like we were talking about like when we did our usual trailer watch beforehand. We were talking about another movie that's doing the Groundhog's Day formula
over and
over again.
Different.
If this were anybody else, if this were anybody different, this would be Back to the Future again or some shit. You know what I mean? Back to the Future, but an action movie. Which I feel like was already thinking. I think it's called Time Cop.
Rob, someone's definitely done a Back to the Future.
No, there's literally a movie called Time Cop. I think that's what it. I think that's what's Back to the Future, but an action movie. Like Christopher Nolan takes those like actual things and makes it into a creative idea that you might have seen before, but you really haven't seen before. Like all the stuff, like he mixes in different time travel tropes in this movie, which. And everybody says, I don't know, it could be this, it could be that. Like it's kind of a little bit of everything. The grandfather theory, multiverse, you know what I mean? Like splinter universes type theories and shit like that. We don't know. All we do know is if you see yourself go through a door, you better bring your ass into that door so you can go out that motherfucker on the other side. Like, that's all you need to know. Do not meet yourself in the past. That's all you need to know.
Hey, look, just don't touch yourself.
Don't do that.
Because you are annihilated.
This is such an interesting movie that people watch it. Honestly, that's all I can say is watch this movie. I can't say anything else. I can't tell you not to watch it. I heavily recommend not this, but if Christopher Nolan month has taught you anything, it's go watch this man's stuff, because you have definitely not seen somebody make movies like this man has, and you probably won't see somebody make movies as interesting and clever as this man has. And I defy anybody, put it down in the comments, I don't care, to show me somebody better than Christopher Nolan. I will meet you bar for bar, scene for scene. This man got it. Bet money. But that, you know what we thought. Just not put that battle challenge out there.
Go see that shit. You ain't got nobody on Nolan.
Let's see what the people thought in two ways. Since we did the pandemic, we do understand that, this shit, didn't make as much as it wanted. In fact, that was a high bit of contention about this movie, is that it didn't make as much as it wanted. Was it a flop? Was it not? With a budget of $200 million, the box office was $363.1 million. To me, that's not, it's not like, it's not as much as they would have wanted. And in some circles, honestly, I wouldn't even call this a flop. Mm-hmm. You didn't make double or anything, but you made profit, a good sizable amount of profit on this movie during a pandemic. I don't think that's a loss. And yet a lot of people, a lot of industry people would think that this is a loss.
That's because it could have made $800 million easy.
It definitely could have. It definitely could have. But the fact that you made a profit off of this thing, like, that's
even during the pandemic, it's impressive.
That is fucking impressive.
It shows either one, how crazy the trailers were to interest people, or if Christopher Nolan's name just carries that weight now. There was something weird in the trailer too, is like the hero of the next generation, and then he has a hero literally named the protagonist. This man Nolan is he's so crazy. That Nolan's so crazy. Some people might call that pretentious. Probably, yeah. But I mean, like, have you seen anybody do anything clever that isn't pretentious? Hans Zimmer. You don't think Hans Zimmer's pretentious? Have you seen Hans Zimmer, like, outside of his music? Not really. I was gonna say, like, his work doesn't feel pretentious. Oh, it doesn't feel pretentious. Okay, I thought you meant like the person himself. Oh, well, I thought you were talking about the work. I was talking about anybody whose work is good. Are they not pretentious? I feel like there's somebody. Junji Ito. Junji Ito. You are correct. He is not pretentious. That man is everything but the word pretentious. I gotta give you that. So we're also going to check Rotten Tomatoes. We're going to see the tomato meter on this one. And this one has a critic score of 70% and an audience score of 76%. Again, we see another film where the audience is vibing more, well, according to Rotten Tomatoes, because how aggregators get. But the audience is vibing more with a film than the critics are. I find that interesting, especially one like this. Yeah, I'm surprised this is actually as low as it is. Right? Like, I'm surprised, like, why... I'm interested in what some of the critics' thoughts are for why it's as low. I mean, 7 out of 10 isn't bad. Right? It's an average score. It's good. I mean, that, in my opinion, it means it's a good film. C's get degrees. They really fucking do. But I'm really surprised it's not closer to like an 8. Like, I would have thought it would be like, if not like 76 for the tomato for the critics, it'd be like an 80. So I'm interested to see some discourse on Tenet. All right. Well, people, let us know what you think. I really am interested to hear what you think in the comments down below. And of course, that ends Christopher Nolan month. So please do look out for our next theme month that we're gonna have.
And of course, the other stuff that we got coming out from production 1200. Jesus, my throat's getting dry. So that means it's time to end the show. Bye. Say bye, Shakis.
Hey, adios.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say bye, Shakis. That's the thing. Animaniacs. All right.
Hey, Trey. You ready to get started on this podcast?
You want to crash a plane?
But not from the air. No, it's so dramatic.
Well, how big a plane?
That part is a little dramatic.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Make sure that you check out the other shows that we have on the Facebook, the other main podcast that comes out every other Tuesday. Make sure you leave a like, share it with your friends and your family. Go check out our YouTube where we have content from other Production 1200 works. And make sure you follow us on the Instagram. We post sometimes there. We'll do more. We'll try. Maybe. Like us on iTunes podcast, rate and review. Give us them 5 stars. And we'll see you next time.
Slow motion.
You're right. You're reverse.
You just sound like a early 90s hip hop DJ. DJ Flicks, pick up your phone and call the request line.
So you just went.
Is it word fit? Let me word. I'm gonna say down. At first it was a bit, and then it just
and then you just turned into Missy Elliott.
It was like that. That shit is awesome. Oh, shout out to the queen.